Hey there, good morning. Great to have you here. I love it when you smile, when you grin from ear to ear. You know that you look good today, dressed up from head to floor. So now that we're all set, count with me to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey ho, let's all jump and shout, jumping into story time together. Hey ho, we'll all jump and shout. Will you help to get this party started? Let's go. Let's go.
I love listening to the story time before I sleep.
Hi everyone, this is Ken and I'm going to give you 2 words for our sight word for today, and that is attention, spells as ATTENTION. And what is attention? Attention is something or dealing with a special care of someone or something, which is you are giving interest. So that is attention. And the second one is puzzle. Spells as PUZZLED. And what is puzzle? Puzzle is something that cannot be understand or you cannot explain, and that is puzzle. So be sure to find these 2 words in our story time this week. The puzzle and then attention. Thank you!
Guys, my name is Graham and today we'll be reading about Stinky. I know, I thought so too. Once upon a can of sardines sat a mouse named Stinky. Yes, Stinky. His real name, Stephanopoulos, seemed to be a lot of letters for a tiny mouse to tote around. And because Stephanopoulos loved to gnaw on garlic cloves and nibble onions, he was nicknamed Stinky. He was actually quite proud of his nickname. Stinky thought his name fragrant. Stinky's mom, Lily, told Stinky that his dad, Mac, almost named him after his favorite hat, Fedora. Stinky didn't think Fedora fit him. Luckily, Mac decided to name his son after his favorite brother, Stephanopoulos Metropolis. Stinky lived in the pantry in a forgotten box of Christmas candy with his family. One morning, Stinky was sitting atop the sardine can, awaiting his friends Tid and Bit. Tid and Bit, ants from the baseboard colony, loved to ride in Stinky's vest pocket. It was better than a roller coaster when Stinky jumped from can to can in the pantry. Up, up they'd go, then down, down they'd come, until they reached their favorite spot that they visited every week. Tid and Bit would scurry out of their friend's pocket and head right for the sugar granules at the base of the canister, while Stinky made his way to the bag of garlic cloves for a nibble. But their friendship hadn't always been such a fun ride. When Tid and Bit first met Stinky, he was mindlessly slurping on an onion. After one especially large slurp, something suddenly stung Stinky's foot. "Ouch!" he cried. Stinky looked down. There was a broom straw sticking out of his big toe, and beside his foot was Bit yelling up at him, "Don't swallow! You lapped up my brother! He's on your tongue!" Puzzled, Stinky stuck out his tongue, and sure enough, there was Tid holding on for dear life. "Sorry!" Stinky said with his tongue still hanging out. His eyes crossed as he tried to see little Tid. Stinky leaned down to let Tid slide off his tongue. Wet and weak-kneed, Tid was disgusted. "Sorry," Stinky repeated. "I didn't see you." "Didn't you ever hear look before you lick?" Tid questioned as he dried himself off. "No," admitted Stinky. "But I've heard of look before you leap. My dad has told me that a bunch of times." "Ants don't leap," Bit stated briskly. Are you guys mad at me?" Stinky asked. "Well, you almost ate me," Tid pointed out. "But I said I was sorry," Stinky answered quietly, a tear in his eye. Excuse us for a moment, Tid said as he and Bit stepped behind the onion bag to talk it over. A few minutes later, Bit called up to Stinky. Sometimes you just need to give people time to get over being scared and angry. Bit paused and then added, We forgive you, but please be more careful. You're not the only animal on the planet, you know. Are you guys animals? Well, no, we're insects. But you have to be nice to everyone. Our mom said so. Everyone? Stinky asked. Even cats? I'm pretty sure cats are on the be nice list, Bit said, scratching his head. Then Stinky questioned, What about anteaters? Should we be nice to them? Oh no, not them. Tid and Bit rang out at the same time. But they're animals, Stinky insisted. Yes, but they eat ants, silly mouse. Well, cats eat mice, silly ants, Stinky said. And if you haven't noticed, I'm a mice. Oh dear, said Bit as he looked at Tid. Maybe we have to be nice to some folks from a distance, offered Tid. Maybe, said Bit, thinking. But how do we know who to be nice to? Asked Bit, now puzzled. I think you can tell by how someone looks if you should be nice, suggested Tid. I don't think so, said Stinky. Because Duff is a good-looking calico cat, but he'd eat me for lunch. And you can't tell how nice someone is by a present they offer you, because one time Duff left a piece of my favorite cheese on the floor, and when I leaned in to taste it, he tried to swat me with his paw. Oh, Bit, remember when that well-dressed woodpecker told us he'd give us a ride to the top of the tree if we'd step out of our anthill? Tid asked. That's right, Tid. So how do we know who to be nice to? Asked Bit, now even more puzzled than before. I think we ask our parents to help us make a be nice list. They're more older and no anteaters or cats have eaten them yet, so they must know, announced Stinky. Good idea, agreed Tid and Bit, relieved to have an answer. Stinky? Yes, Bit? Did I ever tell you I was sorry for sticking you in the toe with that straw? Nope. Well, I'm sorry, I just didn't know how else to get your attention before you swallowed Tid. I understand. Stinky? Yes, Bit? You're on our Be Nice list, right at the top. Thank you, Tid and Bit. You're on my list too.
Hey kids! How are you doing? As you know, I'm Amanda and today I'm gonna be introducing the crafts. So, today we are gonna make these lovely mouses. Look at them, they are really cute. And the materials that we need to make it, first of all, we are gonna need a round surface. So it can be a paper pot or a plastic pot or a CD, anything that you can put on the top of the paper and make a mark of it, okay? Secondly, glue, as always. Then scissor, a nice scissor, a marker, and the papers. So a pink, a black, and another color of your preference to make your mouse. So these 3 types of carton paper, and I guess it's all we need to make these cute ones. So let's check in the video how to make it. Have a nice week.
Little mouse at last escaped from his hole. Yes, he got out. Mr. Moustache the cat decided to stay inside the house. Little mouse was so distracted that he did not look back. Mr. Moustache the cat snuck up quietly behind the mouse. Little mouse was very happy to meet his friend Violin. He's the funniest little mouse that you have ever seen. They get into lots of trouble when they forget to ask Mom what kind of adventures staring at the scene. Mr. Cat was shocked and very scared. Mr. Cat dropped Piolin in surprise, and then he escaped. Piolin and Little Mouse went back to the hole with the hat. Little Mouse and Piolin, they are friends until the end. Little Mouse and Piolin, they are friends until the end. In the children's kingdom, you will find a place. Little Mouse at last escaped from his hole. Yes, he got out. Mr. Mouse the cat decided to stay inside the house. Little Mouse was so distracted that he did not look back. Mr. Mouse the cat snuck up quietly behind the mouse. Little Mouse was very happy. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
When something's starting out, we'll
Bye.
often say hello.
And when we're in the middle of something, we might say, that's fun.
But when something's almost over and it's winding down,
We'll look at each other and we might say goodbye.